Travis got it here. And I'm back to some more boxing. Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. Let's see something real quick. Collapse. Oh yeah, I beat it. Okay, I beat that. That's everything. Man, yo. I wonder how many of these missions they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So I'm on a 6-1. But yeah, hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. I'm gonna try to talk about some boxing. Depending on who come up in here and start talking crazy, but maybe I'll be in here by myself, you know what I'm saying? And then like I can just like do all of my homework on what's going on in the boxing news, and then we'll be done. You feel me? But yeah, man, goal on this live is 10 likes, man. We talking boxing, man. This is my little escape from reality, you know what I'm saying? But what up, Kulo? Hey, I was trying not to like wait so late. I was I was trying not to wait so late to go live, but you know, it was taking forever to beat this level on Call of Duty. Man. And then they got it on, it's online only, so you know, like you can't pause it. You feel me? So like if you make any progress, then you gotta start all over if you like stop moving. You know, because they'll kick you for inactivity. But yeah, I was wondering what was going on, man, with Gervonta Davis, because the WBA recently said that he was ordered to fight Kid Austin. And but January they said that he was stripped. And as far as his legal troubles with the attempted kidnapping that he did on camera, I don't know, like, is those charges dropped? You know, it hit different when, like, I'm hearing that he filed a lawsuit against the girl that, like, he snatched up. Hit the like button. Go on this live is 10 likes, because we're going to talk about Gervonta Davis, like, snatching people out the club on camera. Is the charges dismissed? And then, like, filing a lawsuit against the person that you, like, assaulted on camera? Hey, man, crazy work, bro. What's up, Kay? I'm just curious, man. Who you got, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua? Oh, yeah, Deontay Wilder, easy. That's easy breezy. Deontay Wilder. Because you know what? Anthony Joshua was and is like always been like too robotic to beat Deontay Wilder. Yeah, of course. What? Why are you surprised? Everybody knew that like Deontay Wilder could beat Joshua back in the day. What? Don't they got like the same amount of losses? Uh, so but you don't think Deontay Wilder got a chance? Look, I think that Anthony Joshua, he looking really bad lately. He won a decision for the first time like in like 10 years, man, in his last fight. And Deontay Wilder's not really known for going to the decision, going to 12 and winning rounds. That's not his thing. His thing is knocking you out, you know? He went, what up, Kawada Debusu, KOD? Yeah, he went 12 rounds and he won a decision like overseas. You know, that's like big for him. You know, that's big. And I think they still made it like a close decision or something, because for some reason, I know that referee was taking points every time Wilder got a knockdown. Yeah, Deontay Wilder should be able to land his 1-2 on Joshua, get him out of there. But you know what? If you question whether Wilder can beat Joshua or not, Just pay attention to like how Joshua acts about fighting Wilder. All he got is that right hand. Nah, everybody been. That's been his plan. I woke up late. I woke up late. But yeah, that's always been his plan, you know. And then everybody would say like, "Yeah, all you got is that right hand." You know, if you, I'm gonna just, you know, I'll never get beat by a one-handed fighter, and da 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 da. And he still always caught them with it, you know. I don't think Joshua can beat Wilder. I don't think he never will be able to beat Wilder. I think that he know that he can't beat Wilder. Like, why is he fighting that bum as a tune-up fight before he fight Fury? Why don't he fight Wilder? Is Wilder if Wilder is so garbage, bro, and like, you know, he's washed up and, you know, he didn't look so good in his last fight. Like, why didn't Anthony Joshua fight Wilder as a tune-up for Tyson Fury? He would have got paid more to fight Wilder than he would have got paid to fight that bum. Hope he don't wear a heavy costume this time. What was that from the second fight? Yeah, let's just hope that the referee don't do a long count this time like the first and the third fight. Let's hope that Tyson Fury don't like alter his gloves like he did in the second fight. Come on, man. Like, see, I can argue. You know, these are facts. Are you gonna have an easy comeback fight first? It builds the Wilder fight, means more money. Me? Uh, no. Get to it. Stand up and make some quake for us. Hey, if you want to get blocked, like if you want to get blocked, say some gay shit to me. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at your joke. I'm not timing you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just automatically, like, permanently block you. And that's probably the same person. It might be even Kulo behind that profile. What you want me to stand up for? You trying to look at like my ass for? Gay boy. Uh, Not gonna lie, that Tyson fight was a slow counter. I'm telling you, the the what happened? What you mean? What happened? Nothing ain't happened. Yeah, the Tyson Fury, the first fight was a long count where the referee actually woke up Tyson Fury, you know, and it was still like over 10 seconds. That sparked a big debate over like what is 10 seconds. You know, like I've been watching boxing like over 30 years, you know, and like we all figure like a ten count is a 10-second count. But then it was a controversy and they say like a 10 count is not a 10-second count. It's whenever the referee get to 10. You know, that's a 10 count. Because and that sparked because like everybody knew that Fury was on the ground longer than 10 seconds. You feel me? All of y'all niggas, coolio. Uh, and then in the third fight, the count was even longer, bro. Fury should be, and then Fury like messed with his gloves in the second fight. He even messed with his gloves like in training camp before the second fight. So, I mean, pretty much, but even then, he got away with it, right? So even then, it should be like 2-1. And we gonna give him that cheating ass second fight. But we can't give him the first and the third where it was a long count where Wilder should have got the knockout. You feel me? So Fury should be a tune-up for Joshua before Wilder. Like Wilder won like those fights. It's messed up how they did Wilder, man, with those Fury fights. It really is. You know. And then, hey, look, if Fury was so good, why did like they have to jump Wilder in order for Fury to win? Why did like the referee had to wake Fury up so that he can make it 12 rounds? And then why did the referee have to like count to 14? I count to 12 in the third fight. You feel me? And then you sitting here asking me like if Joshua can beat. I mean, if he can beat Joshua, am I sure? All you got to do is just look at Joshua, bro. Look, it ain't like what people do. It ain't who people are willing to fight. It's who people aren't willing to fight that matters. That's what matters. That's what you need to pay attention to. Not who people willing to fight, who people are not willing to fight. You know, and Joshua is not willing to fight Wilder, and it's for a reason, man. He wasn't willing to fight him in his prime, and he's not willing to fight him now. He asked for $50 million. Wilder provided the $50 million. Joshua said, "I'm not selling my soul for $50 million." You know, and then even now, Joshua was at Wilder's last fight, hating, cheering Chisora on. He made it like clear. He said it on TV. And Wilder was walking out, and he called out Joshua to his face. He said, "Let's go. Let's do it." Joshua looked like he saw a ghost. This is the man I've been running from my whole heavyweight career. You know, hey, because like I said, okay, look at Errol Spence, for example, to use this same thing about don't pay attention to who they fight or willing to fight. Pay attention to who they not willing to fight. Spence fought everybody and their mama on PBC, and half of y'all thought that he could beat Crawford. I knew he couldn't beat Crawford. He knew Crawford had a good chance of beating him. Crawford was better than like all of them other dudes that he was fighting at PBC. He knew it. Cause like, I mean, if he felt like Crawford was easy work, he would have got him like soon as he came up to 147 and he got a belt. We would have seen IBF versus WBO. You know what I'm saying? That was the fight that we wanted to see. You know? Crawford and Spence. It wouldn't have been no WBC on the line. And who you get the WBA from? Where did he get the WBA from? I'll have to look into that. I forgot. But, you know, it wouldn't have been none of that either. It would have been just IBF versus WBO. But, you know, he didn't want to – he waited to fight Crawford last. That's who he didn't want to fight because subconsciously he knew that he couldn't beat Crawford. What up, Dejan? Hello, Travis. Hope all is well. It's all good, man. You know, it's all good. You know, I can't complain. Vin Diesel voice. Which car would you prefer to race with? A Porsche Cayman GT4 or Ford Mustang GT? I don't drive cars, so you're going to have to ask somebody else. Porsche sounds better than a Mustang. But, you know, hey, I would probably like race with an electric scooter. You know? Always like I always kind of like just fantasize about like going on a police chase on a fucking scooter. You know? Hey, and when like ever the police thought about like getting behind me or turning around to pull me over when I was in LA, like I would always prepare to like outrun them. Here, I wouldn't do that because like it's not as populated and it's not as many cars because it's a lot of cars on the roads out there, so it'd be hard for them to swing around and lead, bring me on a high speed chase. And then even if they tried, I could just go in between some buildings. I can go through an alley, you know, and then they'll completely lose me. And they wouldn't even be able to like go around the block fast enough. Here, the street's empty enough they might be able to like play with me. But I always like kind of fantasize about doing that. I seen a police chase on an electric scooter not too long ago too. They had a high power one too. It was pretty much like a motorcycle. You know, I think they got caught at the end. I forgot how they got caught, but yeah, they got caught. But yeah, yeah, that'll be dope, man. But yeah, man, I feel like Water won that fight. And like, what's up with Gervonta Davis though? Do y'all pay attention to what's going on in the boxing news, or y'all just kind of come and just y'all just don't really know what's going on? Will you ever visit LA again? No, never. Uh, is the kidnapping charges dropped for Gervonta Davis? Oh, okay. Oh, he secured a partial legal victory when prosecutors dismissed a felony false imprisonment charge because it was deemed redundant with the kidnapping allegation. The kidnapping charge and a misdemeanor battery charge remain active. Kidnapping is pretty serious, man. They talking about hanging Pooh Shiesty for like because his friend like blocked the door. You know, I don't even think that's kidnapping for real. What Davis did really kind of look like attempted kidnapping. You know, like grab her by the head and the throat. You know, and drag her out the building and try to force her in the car. Even if she like wanted to drop those charges, like how could she when you did it on camera? You know, and this dude is at like dancing with like white girls at parties and kissing on them, having the time of his life. I mean, was he sober? It is kidnapping. It definitely looked like a attempted kidnap. Well, yeah, it's kidnapping because he brought her from like out the building to like the parking lot or something like that. So it ain't even attempted kidnapping. But they called that kidnapping with when they robbed Gucci Man because his friend just blocked the door. So like if somebody if I just do like this, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck what you say. You ain't going nowhere. And that's kidnapping. That right there alone is kidnapping. That's ridiculous, man. We all knew kidnapping when we was growing up is like somebody getting hog tied and put in a damn creeper van. 10-year sentence minimum. He might beat it. Adrian Broner hit at the prison after he did the unthinkable on latest live stream with 6ix9ine. He done did something else. Hit at the prison. Somebody need to stop this, bro. I mean, if this stuff ain't staged, like with these girls, like somebody need to like step in and say like, yo, you don't need to be on live. You know what I'm saying? We don't all need to be streamers, bro. Not all of us could be streamers. You feel me? We're like people pretty much like watching our day-to-day life. You know, he need to like make sure nobody is recording him at all times. Bubba, you so black. You got Mark absent at night school. You think that's funny? Denigrate Adrian Broner tank. Who does this to? Lil Donatello. That was supposed to be funny. At least you try to make me laugh, or you trying to like make me mad? Trying to make me laugh. It wasn't funny, man. You need to do better than that. You started it off with like Bubba, a racial slur. Like you gotta earn the right to call me Bubba. Mm. You can't just immediately jump into it. You know, it's just presenting yourself as a troll and not a very good one. But okay, there you go. You need help? Now you blocked. You can try again on a different account. I mean, if you just want to be blocked, why the fuck you even come over here? You know what I'm saying? Just to see my reaction after you already blocked and can't talk to me no more without an extra account. Be more fun turning on the TV, man. But they're probably all you Kulo anyways, playing games. Cause it seemed like the times where like all of these weirdos be coming on, they be on here coming on my chat page. It be when you online. Cause like say when I went online, like I came on the other night, last night, middle of the night, there was no Kuwata Dubusu and none of that shit. Like these weird accounts that I be having to block don't pop up. So it's kind of like, you know, it kind of exposes your hand. And I don't appreciate it. Definitely Coolio. You Coolio too. You're a weirdo, dude. But thanks for the support. I appreciate it. You know, Coolio. You know, like, can you know, support me with some bread too? The character models on that game look so good, bro. Like that's why I keep on looking over there. Y'all wondering what I'm looking at? Yo, I've been just running this. I've been having like fight night playing on this TV right here. Like ever since like last night, I just never stopped it. You know, and that's undisputed. The boxing game, like on PS5. You know, and I'm just running it on that TV. Like I just been running it all day. I normally like I put something on with like animals, you know, like with some underwater stuff just to have it going in the background. unless I'm watching something on YouTube and want to hear it, But other than that, just to keep the screensaver from coming on, because like that TV right there, I've been like before I got my PS5, like I mean it ain't been off like in a whole year, bro. I don't turn the TV off when I go to sleep, you know, and even like the past 6 months, it's been on, but it's been like on with the screensaver. You feel me? It's still looking good. Motherfucker been going for a year straight, bro. I don't know about y'all. Like, do y'all turn y'all TVs off? Even like my PS5 ain't been off since I got it. You feel me? And the TV ain't either. The TV definitely ain't been off. Keep the stream flowing naturally and freely. Yeah, whatever, dude. But yeah, that's why I keep on looking over there, man. I can't. I'm in disbelief. Just I know how real the game look, but just looking at it like that shit is just tripped the fuck out, bro. Like what the f? You feel me? They could make a game like that, and it's just like down to their facial expression. They even the movements, like I was fighting with Canelo earlier. Man, that boy is a beast to the body, man. But like the way he throw his left hook to the head, I mean it's picture perfect like how he do it in real life, man. Where he be even when he was stepping over and he's walking like he walked just like Canelo. I'm like, man, good night. Bye. What you mean good night? You shorten the lifespan by keeping it on. It's cheap. It's all cheap anyways. You know. The Roku TV was free and the 4K TV was like $260. You know? And both of those is very, very cheap, you know. I mean I remember spending like $800 on a 42-inch like flat screen HD TV. You feel me? I'm a 1978 baby. You too old for this. You too old for this, Danny. To be signing in all of these accounts and shit and pretending to be somebody that you not just to troll somebody. Me. This is Danny Pineda or some shit. That's who Kulo is. That's who I believe you are. I understand. Is this you, Danny? Before I show your picture, like before I show this picture, if you say no, it's not me, then I'll show the picture. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. What the fuck? I was just hold on. Hold on. Why is that? He probably if you unfriended me, then that really was you. I should have took like some screenshots from your damn your account. Why is it like a different picture on my when I look up Danny? I thought that you was Danny Pieta. That's a different dude. I don't even know who the fuck this is. Man, what the hell? I don't even really know how to get to my friends on Facebook no more. Oh, there we go. We gonna find you, bro. Is that you? Let me see. Where's this dude at? It's a funny looking motherfucker. Stevie Wilson. That's who I meant. Is that you, Stevie? This is Kulo right here. This is Kulo. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wilson. That's who I believe is Kulo. Is that you, Kulo? I think that's you, bro. That's you. That's that nigga Kulo. Stevie Wilson. Funny looking motherfucker. That's you until further notice. I think something had gave you away or something, like not too long ago. And I figured it out. Hey, there is over 80 Coolios on my block list. Damn. I bet you it is. And that's crazy because like after you make so many YouTube accounts, like Gmail start requesting you to for that phone number. You know? Gmail be requesting that phone number. So like how could you do that? Because each YouTube account needs a new Gmail, I think. Unless like you can make like keep making brand accounts with the same Gmail. I don't know if you can do that or not. I never really tried to do that. But I thought like every YouTube account had to like have different emails. But I guess like Gervonta Davis still is in legal trouble. You know, with this kidnapping. Unless like he beat it, they could drop it. Cause I mean, you can really like just argue that that was domestic violence. You know, but he did snatch her out of that club though on camera. I mean, if you want to go according to what the law says and shit, you know, he's gonna have to go down for this. He can negotiate a plea, but you know, it's kind of hard when you on probation, like 5 year probation or something, and you're convicted of like of horrible felony. Yeah, appreciate it, cool, KOD. You know, unless he can argue like Young Thug did, and they can negotiate like give him 10 years more probation, stacked on top of the 5 year. He might be able to buy his way out of it like that. I don't know, but the prosecutors be assholes, man. You know, they be want to hang you. I was watching this murder trial, and like that DA was like ruthless, man. They was really trying to get these dudes the death penalty. Like they took their job very serious, man. The way they was talking about them dudes, man. He's like, it ain't my job to show no love. It's my job to get you guys the needle. And he did a great job, but they still gave the dude's life instead of death. Been on probation since 1984. Good. I've been off of probation since what? 2022, something like that. I didn't really care about when I was on it anyways. Oh yes, I did because I was on that rehab shit. But I did go on a run for a year and a half. They didn't even do nothing about that. You know, like I ran for a year and a half, caught an assault and a battery here in Michigan while I was on California probation. Went back to California and they found out about it, and I told them I was on drugs, and that was my get out of jail free card. I didn't even know that it was my get out of jail free card. I just was telling the truth, But like, if you tell them that you on drugs, then they like give you a rehab program and they'll let you out of jail instead of doing your jail time. You can like do time in a rehab, and that was like the magic words. He was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, okay, well, so you need rehab. You need a program. You don't need to be in jail." Like, yeah, you right. You serious? Like, yeah. I got to talk to the judge, but yeah, we can get you in the program. I'm like, man, I think I was even crying when I was talking to him. I was telling him I was on drugs and this is why I did this and I didn't show up. And he was like, yeah, you need a program, man. And after being on the run for a year and a half, 28 days later, I was a free man again and had a place to stay for a year because they forced me to do inpatient rehab for a year. When I was preparing to do a year in jail. I was facing 3 years. So if you revoke my probation and you resentence me based on my guidelines, uh, then like I would have likely like got a year, did 8 months. You know what I'm saying? With good time. I was just I was just gonna do the time and they let me out. So Gervonta Davis, he could likely, extend that probation, man. Stuff be happening. People be getting in trouble when they're on probation, and sometimes like the judge might just, let it ride. But this open case, you have to do something about that, man. You don't have to like he gonna need his lawyer to negotiate a deal with the prosecutor, and then even then the judge is gonna have to like okay it. You know, you are financially stable and living your best life. Here you go, man. This BS. I guess I am financially stable. I'm living a good life. I ain't living my best life. You know, it could be better. It could be better. You know, because it's nice out, man. It's gonna be like in the 70s and 80s, like all week. And I swear I don't feel comfortable leaving the house no more. Like, and this is used to be like some schizophrenic type stuff. This is really like what I was telling them to get my check. You know, that's why I'm on disability. PTSD and paranoid schizophrenia. But like I really feel that way now. People jumping out on me, running up on me with damn ski masks, police surrounding me when I'm just minding my business, you know, not bothering nobody. I ain't I ain't I ain't living my best life. I'm living a good life though. This is decent, you know. Playing video games, I got like a bunch of devices. I really want like one more phone, Android, but you know, not too bad. Kawato is screaming in the chat. So yeah, but I guess the WBA gave him his belt back. You know, they stripped Gervonta Davis, and they ordered Kid Austin to Kid Austin was next up to fight for the belt, and then they was gonna go order between like I think the Body guy and Lamont Roach, but they never ordered the fight, so they just gave Gervonta Davis his belt back. You have it all, Trap God. We can agree to disagree. We don't have it. I don't have it all. You know, I got an iPhone 15 when the 17 is out. You know, it's a 15. Hey, I need a new fan, and definitely don't got no biatch. Thinking about getting an iPhone. They whack, man. I don't know why. I guess I'm just stuck with iPhone. I don't know. I don't. It's been the same like for 20 years. You know, ain't nothing really like new. It don't really do nothing special. I'd be more impressed with like the new Galaxies than new iPhones. They cameras be better, the screen be better, it be wider, be more rounded, like, instead of this looking like a straight up square, you know. Even got Androids where like, you got a screen on the front and the back, you know. iPhones is like really like outdated, man. And then they got the Galaxy Fold where you can unfold it and now it's a tablet. But even when it's folded, it's still a work as like a regular phone. Or you can have it folded like this, but then in half, and you can still use it like at the top half, and then you unfold it and now it's like this, but then you can all fold it all the way. Like, ain't no iPhones doing that. Yeah. Android's better. But it's a lot of whack Androids too though. Them cheap ones, them $99 and $300 and below. iPhones don't really be about nothing. Maybe. Because you can get like an older Galaxy. I mean, like if you buying it brand new, yeah, they got some nice ones. I know I like iPhone as far as like editing videos because they got iMovie on it. QCut Pro, I believe, is on all of them, so you can still use that. But iMovie, I like iMovie. Like I made a lot of money using iMovie on iPhone, just on YouTube. I made like some bread. And all I was using was just recording it on my phone and edit it up with iMovie. Yeah, Samsung Galaxy is pretty good. But yeah, man. So if Tank is the champion, do Kid Austin want to make that fight? Do Kid Austin want to make that fight? Because he was saying if he's ordered to fight Lamont Roach, he wasn't gonna make the fight. But if he was ordered to fight Body, then he was gonna make that fight. But and then Tank he been like out here for so long, he don't even care to just update his fans. He don't like bother to let us know or Yeah, I will be taking that fight, you know, or I'll just give up the belt. I'll fight whoever I want to fight, you know. Mm. That's what they always say. They'll fight whoever they want to fight. He could let that belt go and then still fight Pitbull. Material things aren't irrelevant. Like, you know, I'm very happy with my TVs and my video game. You feel me? The phone is useful, not irrelevant. However, you can use any phone to make a call or text, but it's nice to have nice things if you can afford it. Exactly. Hmm. Yeah. Now my mouth dry. Yeah, man. I don't know. It was so much capping Floyd Schofield's rap when he did that first interview with 7-8. You know, like you already can figure him out within the first 5 minutes. So, I mean, will they be willing to make this fight? I guess it's too early for them to say, you know, because they're not going to say, like, we don't want to fight Tank for that belt, you know. And then it'll be a big payday anyways, you know. So they might just push for it even if they don't think that they can beat Tank. Because, you know, once you fight Tank, if you put on a good fight, then you still become a star. You still become an attraction. Look at Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is a pay-per-view attraction now, you know, just from fighting Tank and putting up a good fight. Even Pitbull is a big name now, you know. Pitbull is a big name for fighting Tank, and he didn't even really put up a good fight. He just didn't get knocked out, you know. So he might just go through with that fight, even if he lose, you know. Now and then Tank could just not take the fight though, and then he still be ordered to fight. To he'll be able to fight for the belt just against somebody else. Yeah. Whatever, KLD. I mean, whatever, Kulo. I don't know, I'm losing interest in talking about boxing, man. You just been acting too weird, signing into all of these different accounts, pretending to be different people, and talking about me. You're living your best life. You know, I am listening. Absolutely excellent show. I've celibate since 2008. All of these KOD phrases. Like, y'all ain't got nothing to say about no boxing. I talked about what I wanted to talk about. I'm finna go back to Black Ops 7. Y'all have a nice night. I'm Travis Gotti. Thanks for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Like and definitely subscribe.